Good afternoon, everybody. Rose Thorn here. So today I'm doing a discussion video for my channel, and I wanted to share my honest thoughts, feelings, and opinions with all of you about Foodie Beauty, about Nadar, the apology that she gave Nadar and then she took back, and my thoughts about this new person that's now entered the arena, the person by the name of Roman. So to start off everything, let's talk about this apology that Foodie gave Nadar and Deedee. She was raging at Nadar and Deedee back and forth through their dual live streams. And that whole night, I'm going to be honest with you, I thought that because of that her YouTube channel would get taken and his would get taken because of all the excessive fighting, the cursing, the cussing, and the fussing, and the sharing of personal information. But nothing came of that. But that was an honest fear of mine, that they were both going to lose their channels because of the fact that they were just really going at each other. But their channels are fine. They're both still up. So Foodie went after Nadar and Deedee in her broadcast, and in return, Nadar and Deedee went after her. And then the very next day, she issued an apology. She calmed down. And in my opinion, I felt that she was doing that to try to get on Nadar's good side, and also by doing so with the hope that he would send Deedee home and allow her to go over there. But Deedee is still with Nadar. She's still over at house. So, she has now involved this Nadar person. And last night she went to go see Roman, and she showed him very briefly on camera. But then when she got home, she did a very brief live stream where she revealed that the cops came to her house, and it was due to the threats or the things she said about Deedee. And she was raging. She was raging about Nadar and saying that the apology that she gave him, she was taking back. She was essentially saying, I'm not sorry anymore just because you did not accept my apology. The thing about apologies is, if you're someone and you've done wrong or you've said something wrong, by giving an apology, you are admitting you're wrong. And that's a good thing. Knowing that you're wrong and admitting it, you're putting something out there to the person that you've wronged and saying, I acknowledge that I did wrong. And whether or not the person accepts the apology, you're still admitting that you did wrong. And this is a good thing. It's a sense of creating self-awareness that you made a mistake or you've done something really you shouldn't have done. And it's up to the person that you've wronged to decide whether they want to accept your apology or not. But still, it's a good thing to admit when you've made a mistake, when you've said something wrong, done something wrong, you're acknowledging it, and you're saying, by doing that, I'm growing as a person, and I've made this mistake, and I'm not going to make it again. I'm probably not going to make it again in the future. The problem with Foodie Beauty is she is a person of transactions. Everything in her life is transactional. If she does something for you, she expects something in return. That's been the case with her for years. If she does something for you, she expects something in return. In the case of Nadar, she did all the things that she did for him because she was expecting something in return. She did not do things out of the generosity of her heart because she felt like helping somebody. She was expecting for them to be in a relationship in return for all the things she did. That's why she spent all those thousands of dollars. That's why she bought him things, because she thought she could buy his love. That for a while she would be buying his companionship, but if she bought it long enough, it would turn into a real relationship and real love. And after many months of trying, it just didn't happen. And so she's quite bitter about that, because she treated Nadar like, say, a pair of shoes or a magazine or a piece of jewelry, and trying to by a living being, and that's just not how love and connection work. So in the case of giving an apology, she's also treating that as transactional. Hey, here's me giving you an apology. I expect that you're going to forgive me now. You know, I'm doing this for a reason. I'm doing it because you're supposed to forgive me. No, Foodie. When you give an apology, it should come from a sincere place of feeling, from a place of regret and remorse, and you're just trying to make things right. You're taking a wrong and you're trying to make it right. And even though the person that you are saying I'm sorry to, they don't forgive you, the point is you're still trying to do your best to correct the wrong. So the fact that she took the apology back just proves that she did not mean it sincerely to begin with. She made the apology for many reasons. She did it because she wanted to be forgiven, and also because she wanted access to Nadar again in some capacity, whether it was going over to his house or talking to him on the phone. She did it for a reason. And because she did not get what she expected to get, she took the apology back. So there's a show of lack of sincerity there with her saying, I'm sorry. I don't think Foodie is the kind of person she's ever been truly remorseful or regretful about anything in her life. She's lived a life where she's never been told no. And Nader is probably the first person in her life that told her no, and giving her the experience of whatever or whoever in life that you want, you don't have access to all the time. You can't get everything you want. You can't be who with whatever you want. There are just some things in life that are not meant to be yours. Now, moving on to the part of this new person, Roman. I'm a bit older, so I try to look at things from a broader view, you know, just stand far back and look at the picture, try to notice all the details. I'm just going to say what I feel here. This whole thing with Roman, it happened way too fast, way too fast. That looks suspicious to me, way suspicious to me. Not only did it happen too fast, but she was way too comfortable around Roman. We all know that Foodie Beauty has social anxiety around people. You know, she can't even sit in a park in her car and be comfortable. If she sees anybody driving by or walking by, she freezes up like a frightened deer and she won't move. So if she's got that kind of social anxiety in situations like that, how is it that she was completely comfortable with Roman if that was the first time meeting? Unless it was somebody she already knew or that she was familiar with. I have a sneaking suspicion that this Roman person is a friend of Nadar's or an acquaintance of Nadar's. And he's just another person that's gotten pulled into the Chantal universe to add his layer to the game to keep the game going. And why would that happen? Because everybody on YouTube is sick to death of all the drama between Nadar, Chantal, and Deedee. That storyline has been played out to the fullest. They can go no further with it. And certainly, with all the fighting that's happened recently, with the line getting pushed all the way back, I mean, going really, really way too far. Now they're talking about her mother and things that happened with her mother. The line got pushed all the way back to the point where if Chantal dares to go over to Nadar's and spend time with him, she's going to lose subs. She's going to lose views. She might lose super chats. So if Nadar and Chantal want to spend time together, now because of all that, they have to create an extra alibi, an extra cover to cover her time spent with him. And what better cover than adding another player to the game that Chantal is interested in? Chantal could get on camera and saying, I'm going to go spend time with Roman. And Roman has come on camera. He seems like a nice young man. Everybody likes him. So Chantal could tell the audience, yes, I'm going to go spend time with Roman. And nobody's going to give her any heat about that. But because of everything that's happened with Chantal, Nadar, and Deedee, if she says, I'm going somewhere, but I can't tell you where, we all know that she's going to go see Nadar. And a lot of people are going to be angry about that and take away their subs and take away their views and the super chats. She's thinking about the bottom line. She's totally thinking about the bottom line. You know, she's got to find a way to take the heat off her and Nadar, at least for a while. So why not bring another player into the game? And Chantal's got that kind of money that if Nadar has friends and acquaintances, people that he knows, uh, they can get in contact with them and possibly offer some compensation for time spent. And hey, you just make an appearance for 5 minutes and I'll give you this money. That might be happening in the picture. Chantal used to do videos by herself for a long time, but then I think she reached a point where she realized things are getting boring and people aren't as interested, and I need them to be interested. So I got to bring in somebody else. Hence, she brought in Pete's. And Pete's is someone that everybody started liking. And then after him came Nadar and then Deedee. I mean, there are all these different people that are adding their different layer to the Chantal play. And it's all for profit. But going back to Chantal and Nadar for a second, you know, the two of them, they keep ping-ponging back and forth, doing the dual live streams. She'll say to the audience, I'm not going to talk about him anymore. And then she'll keep talking about him. And then she'll start live streaming. And then he'll live stream on top of her. Obviously, there's something to that. And the something to that is profit. It's profit and attention for both those channels. And, you know, money is a big motivator for Chantal. This person, Roman, don't know the person. Allegedly, Chantal doesn't know him much either. But what's scary is even though they barely know each other, Chantal is talking about doing streams with this person. So if this person, Roman, is any kind of a decent person, she's about to expose him to a whole lot of negativity that I don't think he's ready for. I really don't think he's ready for. He has no idea what he's signing on for, but he's going to find out when it's too late. And people start contacting him and telling him all kinds of things, and his information is everywhere. The poor guy's already been doxxed, and he hasn't really done much with Chantal on her channel. Chantal swears that this person, Roman, is just a friend. But when it comes to men, Chantal has a hard time with just maintaining just platonic friendships with men, especially attractive men. And this person, Roman, he's, you know, fairly halfway decent looking. So I can easily see Chantal getting way too attached to this young man and trying to insert herself. If this whole thing isn't fake, if there's any kind of real to it, just her just trying to dominate this young man and take over the way she tried to do it with Nadar, and yet she didn't succeed because Nadar was having none of it. You know, she tried to control Nadar, and Nadar ended up controlling her, and everything just blew up from there. So I don't know what's going to happen from here as far as Roman's part in the Chantal play, how long he's going to jump in and jump out, or how many times. But I hope he's ready for everything that Chantal is going to bring to him. It's going to be a lot. I'm sure his friends and his family might be contacted. His information is going to get out there. I hope he's ready. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. Chantal is going to get obsessed over another person, and it's going to get ugly. It's going to get real ugly. I know we're all dying to see Nader just exit the picture. We're all eager for the Nader era to be over. I'm certainly ready. I'm so tired of hearing Nader's name. I'm sick to death of it. I'm sick of hearing about him. I'm sick of them fighting. The toxicity is too much. Uh, Chantal bringing a nice guy into the picture. I just feel really sad for Roman because he does seem like a nice guy. And Chantal has a nasty history of ruining nice guys. Pete was a nice guy. BB was a nice guy. And look what she did to the two of them. So what's going to end up happening to this Roman individual? I don't see her behaving around that person or becoming a better person by being around Roman. She's going to put on a better version of herself for a little while and then bring out her real self. Like one of her complaints with Nader was she had to be somebody different than herself around Nader. She had to be submissive and put on the part of the good girl for a while, and she didn't like it because she wanted to be who she really is. And that started to come out after a while, and they started fighting. But in closing, I'm as a reactor, I'm just sitting here, and suspicious owl is suspicious, and I am very suspicious. The fact that Roman, he's a new player in the game, and he showed up rather quickly. We don't know who he is. But Chantal was way too comfortable around him when she's not comfortable around people, period. Like, where did this guy come from? And how did she find him so fast? Uh, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what layer he adds to the Chantal play and how they interact with each other and how they get around each other. We're going to see. But I'm suspicious that he's just a paid-for player in the game. And we're just going to see how that goes. But until then, I'm going to be suspicious. you know, I know that she's a liar. She lies. You can't trust a word out of her mouth. I guess there was a comment in the brief Roman live stream, something that's a red flag, where Roman said to Chantal, talking about the bird kiwi, "Oh, he remembers you from the last time you were here," which would indicate that they've met before. So how did they meet before? Again, is it one of Nader's friends or acquaintances? It kind of sounds like it. This whole thing with Nader and Roman, it's something doesn't smell right, but it's too early to figure out what it is. So I guess all of us, we're just going to figure it out, aren't we? Because Chantal's not very good about hiding her lies, covering up her lies. She keeps exposing herself. But I honestly think it's Roman was brought in as a new alibi, as a new cover, because Chantal and Nader might be seeing each other, and because things got pushed too far with their live streams, now they have to be extra careful about being around one another. I know one thing I'm going to look out for is in the live streams that Chantal does from here on out, I'm going to be looking for the clothes that Nader held up during his live stream where he was making fun of her. I'm going to be looking out for the leopard dress because he was using it to parody Chantal, the plaid shirt, the pants. I'm going to be looking for all of that. And if I see Chantal wearing that stuff, well, that's a dead giveaway she was over there. Also, if his pantry gets mysteriously stocked, another dead giveaway. So I'm going to be looking for the clues, and knowing Chantal, she is going to be giving up those clues in short order. So what do you guys think? Do you think that this whole thing with Roman is just too convenient, too quick, too fast? Does it smell a little fishy to you? Because it smells fishy to me. What are your thoughts? I'd really be interested to know. So thanks for watching my commentary video. Hope you guys have a great day, and please take care. Bye-bye.